once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Can We Talk About podcast, super amazing, cool as shit, Gem Season 2, Jemtacuber. A wrap-up featuring everything we've loved, hated, and basically made up about Season 2 of our favorite program, featuring a pink lady, not named Rizzo Kristen. It is that neon nightmare, that pastel phantasm, that oh-so-frighteningly fashionable 80s cartoon, air quotes classic, Gem and the Holograms. Kristen, is Jimtacuber too meta of a joke? Where Jemtacuber was pretty, it was pretty up there.
Well, Jemtacuber was also a bad portmanteau that didn't work.
Right. So, but we've taken it one step further, of course. Our favorite joke that we went back to a million times this season of calling Jim Jim.
My favorite rock star Jim, according to my favorite rock star Jim.
Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
My name is Joe.
I'm Kristen.
And we experienced all of Season 2 of Gem via the wonderful world of Netflix, as well as Shout Factory's Gem and the Holograms Truly Outrageous Complete Series box set. Kristen, it's been a little while since we recorded, I guess, so what do you got going on with Netflix?
Yeah, we haven't recorded because I've been having a roach nightmare in my apartment and didn't feel safe sitting in one spot for too long. According to my roommate, a lot of that has passed, so we probably don't have to worry about that anymore, which is great.
Well, have you watched anything on Netflix, though, Kristen?
Yeah. So, Joe, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. I have started watching Boys Over Flowers.
Oh, wow, that sounds, I'm wondering, Kristen, is this actually, that doesn't sound like a Korean drama, but is it?
It is a Korean drama. It is a Korean adaptation of the Japanese manga.
Oh, see, I feel like I've heard Boys Over Flowers before, so there we go. All right,
Hanayori Dango.
Oh.
It was a super popular shoujo manga back in the day. I don't remember how much of it I actually read, but there's a ton of live-action adaptations of it, and I just happened to be watching the Korean version.
I watched an Akira Kurosawa film yesterday via Netflix, Kagemusha, which is really good, but I mean, it's like, we watched Rashomon, and Rashomon was good. It follows the same kind of, not beats necessarily, but it's very, like, looking at it, I was like, yeah, this is a Kurosawa movie, without even no one going into it.
It sounds like it was a period film, was it?
Oh, yes, it was about the Sengoku era, of course.
Oh, nice.
And Kristen...
That's our favorite!
It occurred to me, my introduction to the Sengoku era was the porn game Sengoku Rants.
Me too! And... I was telling Madeline about that not too long ago. I was like, I know a lot about the Sengoku era for a weird reason.
But yeah, it was a good movie. It was very visually striking. It was kind of, slow and low-key. It was 2.5 hours long, so a very Kurosawa-type Kurosawa movie, even though I know that, it's not usually among the ones mentioned when you talk about Kurosawa, but it was a good movie.
I real quick, I never thought this would be relevant to mention on the podcast, but I do have a Sengoku anime dating game on my cell phone right now. I've already dated Yukimura, but it's $3 per character, so I'm doing a slow burn.
Also, I watched a documentary about Frank Sinatra and Kristen. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was intentional, but I swear to God, basically every 5 minutes in this documentary was basically just like, oh yeah, Frank Sinatra was a pioneer in that regard. Fucking civil rights. No, he hung out with Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, totally. He was doing that before it was fashionable. He informed the way that the mob guys acted because he was cool, and the mob guys wanted to be cool in the casinos in Vegas in the 60s. Like, literally, I fucking... Frank Sinatra's acting career, he was the only guy around that could rival Marlon Brando. What the fuck?
I've never seen a Frank Sinatra movie.
We were surprised when we learned he was in The Manchurian Candidate. I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was an actor, Joe.
He won an Oscar, so he's a pretty fucking...
First Gem, now this.
Gem didn't win the Oscar, Kristen. Please.
I know. I like the idea of a documentary just, like, proselytizing for that person, though. I hope somebody makes a documentary about me that way someday. Like, did you know that Kristen was the first female podcaster? It's true.
It wasn't like that, but it was one of those things where clearly they just interviewed people who were, like, either buddy or whatever, and they took all of the best stuff of just, like, people, probably that's, their natural opinion, like, oh yeah, Frank was a pioneer in that regard, only knowing Frank Sinatra, probably.
Yeah. I don't know, I heard the Rat Pack stuff was kind of scummy, actually.
Well, it's one of those things where it's just, like, not even that they gloss over, but it's just like, yeah, Frank Sinatra was divorced 3 times at this point, and it's like, okay, are we going to talk about, like, how anybody else felt about that, or was it just like, Frank was a deeply lonely man? It's just like, he had fun, whatever, fuck it.
Fame is lonely, I suppose. Get a little bit less lonely by putting just a ton of cocaine up your nose.
I think he might have been cocaine wasn't really relevant in his time, Kristen, or like a big thing.
Hey, when I think of any kind of entertainment industry, big dude, I'm just assuming they're all doing just so much cocaine.
But anyway, that was my Netflix adventure here. But we are here to talk about, it is the Jemtacuber, which, and as we said, it's been about 2 weeks since we recorded Hollywood Gem, maybe a little longer. And Kristen, it occurred to me, are we outputting content too quickly?
Are you saying that because there's only like 16 episodes of Gem left?
I don't want Gem to end, first of all, but...
Unfortunately, Gem is a finite resource.
Not for this podcast, baby. We're gonna ride that shit for all it is worth.
And we're gonna run out eventually, Joe. Stop acting as if we're gonna suddenly unearth season 4 of Gem at the end of this podcast. I've been hand animating it this whole time, which, man, it's sad that out of the two of us, I'm the better drawer.
Artiste, Kristen. Drawer?
Yes. Hey, who's the one who went to art school? It's me, you dick. We call them drawers.
I just mean, basically, again, it's like you said, season 2 of Gem went by like, a snap of the fingers. It's pretty crazy.
I think we're going to be doing our final Kim Jemtacuber before winter is over at this point, right?
Before the end of the year, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I have it written down somewhere, but...
I haven't looked at our schedule recently, but it's scary. Change is scary.
But oh boy, I can't wait. So let's get everything together. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this Jemtacuber. Again, we kind of flying by the seat of our pants as we do in these here. So let's just play the theme song here, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about season 2 of Gem.
Let's go.
So Kristen, as we kind of went through with the last Jemtacuber here, we talked about the Gem Bible some, and I did mention, I remember because I listened to the episode yesterday, that it had some stuff about season 2, not very much. Again, I don't know if this is just an excerpt, because I'd really like to think, actually, that there wasn't anything written for the stingers for season 3, so the writers just like, but they all got it like pretty much they all got it pretty much the same anyway.
Yeah, it worked out. The stingers were just so terrible that as long as you wrote them being terrible, it worked. It was in character. Yeah, I guess the only way we'll ever know if we have the full Gem Bible or not is if we pay Christy Marks money to get a physical copy.
Shelling out the money for it, yeah, which, I don't know, Christy Marks, that's a hard sell. I already have most of it.
Yeah, we already have a little bit, and we're almost done with this podcast.
So, the weird thing is about the Gem Bible here with the season 2 characters, it starts with Craig Phillips, which... I don't know if it was, and again, it's not really like this sheds too much light on Craig Phillips, and it's just basically, Craig Phillips is Stormer's brother. He's not meant to be a main or even secondary character, but he should be considered in terms of Stormer.
Make sure Stormer never references being an only child.
Oh yes, that too. That would be awkward. That would be like Roxy suddenly not knowing how to read.
There is no Craig Phillips, only Mary Phillips.
But basically, I mean, there's not much really, again, it's just, like looking at some of the highlights. It's Craig loves Stormer, but they're not very close because he's always traveling. He'd rather play in England with whoever, who gives a shit. He doesn't really care about fame, unlike Stormer, and just like Stormer will...
Craig Phillips isn't concerned with material goods.
He's a very worldly and worldly handsome person.
Unlike Stormer, who is quite homely.
Also, it does say in here that Aja never learns he is Stormer's brother. Okay. All right, Christy Marks. You went back on that one pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
New 1987 characters. Rhea, in parentheses, new Hispanic hologram.
Indeed she is.
You don't say.
Uh-huh.
The only stuff that's really interesting about Rhea that I found here is it gives her age, first of all. We find that Rhea is... Kristen, 18 years of age.
So, again, just continuing to throw into question how fucking old Kimber actually is, and we're never gonna find a satisfactory answer.
We're not. Carmen Alonso, alias Rhea, was born in America of naturalized Mexican immigrant parents who came to the States with their 2 baby boys. She's a child of both cultures and is the eldest daughter in a family of 3 daughters and 4 sons. So, Kristen, we got,
I don't remember seeing any daughters.
Did you want to know yeah, what the fuck? Was it? Yeah, it was only her, 4 brothers, right?
I'm pretty sure I only remember seeing brothers.
Huh. Well, anyway, the Gem Bible here has Enrique, air quotes, Ricky, age 20,
Great.
male. Eduardo, 19, male.
His nickname isn't Huardo?
Carmen, Armin, like the Attack on Titan person.
Perfect. No, I think you mean Rhea.
Aged 18, female. Rhea, or Ray, as we like to call her sometimes.
Of course.
Christina, from Steins Gate, 15, comma, female.
Sure. Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci, dead.
Oh.
I'm sorry, R.I.P. Christina Ricci.
I picked a bad name to just pull out of the ether.
Aurelio, 14, male.
Was that a double L?
No, that's Aurelio.
Okay, just making sure, because you don't pronounce them double L's in Spanish.
What is Aurelio based from? Is that like...
Aurora Borealis.
Wow.
I don't know.
We've got Roberto, air quotes, Berto, 12, and Beverly,
Oh, okay.
age 10, female.
Great.
And basically just, it informs us on the characters of, basically, Rhea doesn't have confidence, which we, again, after the talent search, fuck it, whatever, gone, doesn't matter.
She kind of gets over it, especially in Scandal. Like, they peek over at it, and they're like, no, Rhea's good, let's not come back to this again.
They sing She Makes an Impression, and that's it, we're good.
She's cured!
But it's basically, yeah, her mom's a more traditional, her dad's a dreamer, whatever, gardening, all that shit. Ray, it doesn't add anything interesting to Rhea, nothing that we don't learn in the talent search already. It doesn't have the fucking stupid Earth Mother or Aj's a real gearhead shit.
Hey, God bless them for writing her some kind of backstory, even if we get through all of it in a single episode.
Oh, here we go. We've got additional dialogue for Rhea. Rhea's voice should be soft, earnest, poetic, full of heart and soul. Because she was born in the States, she would have only the tiniest trace of a Hispanic accent she picked up from her parents.
Okay.
How's that working out for you?
Not too great, it seems like.
I'm not going to read Rhea's dialogue, because I'll probably make it sound racist.
Yeah, we're not doing racist accents here. We're just doing Jeddah accents.
I remember how proud my father was to give me my first real set of drums.
Oh no, what happened to Rhea?
My mother shook her head and said it wasn't a proper thing for a young lady to do, but I just love that rat-a-tat-tat of a drum and the brassy shiver of a cymbal. When Jim and Holograms picked me up to be that drummer, it was the proudest, most wonderful moment of my life, and I never want to let him down.
So is there like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation going on here with Rhea?
I didn't mean to read all of that in Jeddah's voice, but ooh.
It happened. And now you cannot take it back.
Jeddah. Sheila Burns, alias Jeddah, comes from a lower-class English family in the down-and-out working-class town of Hull. So there we go.
Okay, if you say so.
We have just Jeddah's stuff is all from, stuff that's in the talent search here, too, about the Tinkerbillies as well. And it does say here, I think we looked this up during the talent search, Tinkerbilly is a derogatory slang word for the pseudo-rock and roller. Someone pretending to be something he isn't.
Yeah, I remember that because when I Googled it, I found a website that was not related to Gem at all. And it gave me the definition of that slang term, and then it said, this was the name of the band that Jeddah was in Gem and the Holograms. And I was like, what the hell?
Also, it mentions that the Tinkerbillies were so obnoxious that the immigration department kicked them out of the country.
That's not funny anymore.
Well, one, that didn't happen. It was just basically the Tinkerbillies. What happened to the rest of the Tinkerbillies?
Got deported, I guess.
Jeddah brandished her saxophone, and all of them ran away because then they played I Like Your Style and basically stole Jeddah from the Tinkerbillies.
No, well, Jeddah left willingly.
Jeddah got lucky and met up with the Misfits. One thing that's in here is basically, one, it makes Stormer a gigantic sucker, because instead of being, wary of Jeddah like she should be, it basically says that Stormer just falls for everything Jeddah says hook, line, and sinker.
Stormer legit wants to kiss Jeddah on the mouth. Which is bad because she'll get a bird disease if she does that.
Which is bad because Roxy wants to kiss her on the mouth after punching her in the mouth.
Everyone wants to kiss everyone on the mouth in this fucking show.
It does say that Roxy's the only person who sees completely... Her and Eric are the only ones that see completely through Jeddah's lies, where even Pizzazz is suckered in a few times, which is actually pretty hilarious.
It really is. I have some notes about that later.
Wonderful. And one thing, Kristen, the best part of the... I don't know if it's the best part of the Gem Bible, but we've got here basically...
I want to harken back to a day before the internet existed.
Christy Marks took the time to be like, okay, so as a British person, Jeddah's gonna have some slang.
We want it to be accurate.
We want it to be accurate.
Let's do more research for this television show that a bunch of bullshit happens on all the time.
We don't want her to just say bloody all the time. We don't want her to just call everybody Yanks. Oh no.
Oh, crap.
So she took the time to, like, write down phrases that she had seen in, like, English tabloid and music magazines, basically. Just for be like, hey, here's some, like, turns of phrases you can use for Jeddah if you want. And some of them did show up in the show. I believe one of the first here, just turn that ruddy telly off, is, I believe, something that Jeddah's mom said in Brit Rock, I think.
That sounds familiar.
Also, Oodles of Dosh shows up, which is another one in here. We got a Smasheroony, Bunked Off, Wowing Them is in here for some reason, which, okay, Wowing Them is, that seems pretty normal.
I think that's a normal thing that everyone says.
Sinking bottles of LA's specialty bevy, nude beer. Nude beer.
Is it just me, or do some of these words sound a little sticky?
The film was ace, in my humble opinion. Instant mega status.
Wait, hang on. Jeddah wouldn't say the word humble.
In my humble opinion. No,
I doubt it.
She told Kristen. Jeddah's, while lying, humble is a great word for Jeddah to use.
I guess so. Only if she goes like, humble.
Put some extra fucking sauce on it.
To show how sincere she's being.
We've got a few things in here. Now, I don't know why some of these would be used, but just basically it ends with the Gem Bible excerpt that comes with the Shout Factory DVDs, shoutfactorytv.com, /gem, probably, I don't know, to buy the DVDs.
Just Google it, you'll figure it out.
We've got a few, okay, so just eminently catchy and groovable words. Nosh. Kristen, what does nosh mean?
Eat.
Food, yes. Camp. What does camp mean?
Like real big and out there, like Charles Nelson Riley.
You see, Christy Marks puts it pretty succinctly as gay.
Oh, well. You can't say that word on an 80s television show. We could say it on our podcast.
You can't, that's the weird
thing.
So
yes, it is like Charles Nelson Riley. They're just like super gay.
Holes. Or Halls.
Oh, I was going to say the movie starring Shia LaBeouf.
Is anybody else famous in that movie, or is it just Shia LaBeouf?
Oh, there were definitely some adult actors in that movie. As in, actors who are adults, not porn stars.
For some reason, I'm getting, like, Sigourney Weaver?
I think Sigourney Weaver was in that movie. Let's see!
I'm seeing her with, like, Ripley hair, but I feel like that's weird and not correct.
Yep, Sigourney Weaver was the warden. Have you seen this movie?
Probably in, like, 1999 or whenever it came out.
Yeah, the warden is the lady who runs the camp, who has the poison nail polish.
Yeah.
John Voight.
John Voight?
He was Mr. Sir.
Okay. Chris, I don't remember anything about Holes. I don't know how the fuck I pulled Sigourney Weaver out of there when
either.
I haven't seen this movie in, like, probably 15 or 16 years.
Patricia Arquette was kissing Kate Barlow.
Kristen, these character names you're giving me, I have no idea.
She was the lady in the flashbacks.
I only remember the warden and Shia LaBeouf.
She had the poison lipstick. I think.
What?
I don't remember if it was actually poison or not. And Eartha Kitt was Madame Zeroni.
Shit, Eartha Kitt was in that movie?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love Holes.
I love Eartha Kitt, Catwoman, and Yzma. That's great.
Yup, I was just gonna say, The Emperor's New Groove.
But anyway, Holes, H-O-L-S, or Halls.
H-O-L-S. Like I went to the shopping mall and got a real big haul from Forever 21.
Short for holidays.
No, I don't think so.
Not in any British program I've ever heard.
Nope.
The Lift.
The competitor to Uber.
Telly.
Wait, hang on. Wait, there's two possible answers to this. Is that a television or a phone?
Oh, shit, television.
Huh. You fucked up, Christy Marks. There shouldn't be ambiguity in your slang. How dare you?
Brum.
Excuse me?
Brum.
What did you call me?
Beerum.
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 Beer me.
I was gonna say beerum sounds like something Strong Bad would say.
Short for Birmingham.
Sure.
Bodging up.
Like fucking up.
Screwing up, yes.
Hell yeah. Oh, what? You can say gay, but you can't say fucking up in the Gem Bible? Those two words that are definitely on the same level?
Wouldn't the Gem Bible be different if it had swears in it?
Oh, I need to get the PDF and then just edit it so there's a bunch of swears in it. And it'll be Kristen's evil Gem Bible.
Kimber Benton, a real fuck-up of a millennial.
She sure is, except not really.
So that's basically all that we really missed in the Gem Bible. I also took the time to watch some of the documentaries that are on the bonus disc of the DVD. They give you, there's a lot of content on there. It's an hour and 40 minutes for the 3 documentaries that they have, and it just basically, how Gem was created. There was a thing about the voice actors as well.
I remember a little bit of that, but it's been almost 2 years since I watched it.
Right. Well, no, we watched the How Gem Came to Be one, which was all pretty much the same, but I don't think we watched the voice actors one.
No, I don't remember that.
And it was basically just, the voice actors all... Charlie Adler wasn't there, and I was kind of sad. It's mostly Samantha Newark and whoever voices Patricia Albrecht, I think.
I don't remember.
Well, it's mostly them talking, and Susan Blue wasn't even there, which made me sad, because I don't even know what Susan Blue looks like. I just see her as either RC or Stormer.
See, I was going to say, I just assume that she looks like Lindsay, but in real life...
Oh yeah, or Lindsay. All I know is Pizzazz's voice actress said that she'd often, in the middle of reads, just start throwing fuck bombs out everywhere, basically.
Where are these outtakes?
Which is so pizzazz.
I want these. Give me the audio.
Kristen, this is a show for little girls. They're not going to release that anywhere. That'd be like the goddamn Casey Kasem rant on the radio about whatever it was, where he's just lobbing 4-letter words everywhere.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If we ever get to go to the Gem convention, which is a thing, it turns out that GemCon. Last year it was in Philadelphia and no one told us, which rude, you guys. But if we ever actually get to go that, I know some of the voice actresses have attended, so we can...
Often go, yeah. Christy Marks a few times as well.
We could ask Pizzazz's voice actress to throw out some swear words in Pizzazz's voice for us. I wonder if we just find her on Twitter and ask her to do that.
That'd be pretty great if we give her just shoot her a hot $10 probably. Just
write down a line where Pizzazz says, "I'm Phyllis Pizzazz motherfucking Gabor. I'm gonna kill Gem. That bitch is dead." And
then the third one was Gem girls and boys reflect on Gem, which was basically just fans, and there's a lot of kind of bad webcam footage because it was 2011, I think that was made. And that was just, it was basically people just being like, Gem touched me in so many ways, and those things, not that I don't hate it necessarily, but it's one of those things where if I were interviewed for that, I'd probably say something similar, or, something along the lines of,
hey,
what they were saying, but I just, yes.
Let's have some tea really quick. If I were on a Gem DVD special.
Are you saying that they were mostly sucking up to Hasbro, Kristen?
I would say that I would have more specific opinions and not just, no, I love Gem. Yeah, what did you like about it? We have a whole podcast that chronicles what we like about it.
I mean, they were a little more in depth about that. It was one of those things where I don't know if it's, just fucking.
Name all the main characters right now off the top of your head.
You fake Gem fans.
Fake Gem fans.
No, it was just basically a lot of that. Just, the Misfits, their fashions were so cool, their songs were better. That's just basically catching up very quickly on what Season 2 was about. And actually, we're going to get a little bit more in-depth here. We're going to, again, much like the last Jemtacuber here, we're going to be playing some songs that we missed throughout the season that I think will be fine to put in here. We're going to put, we mentioned this when talking about Jetta here, a song that, for the Talent Search had a lot of good songs in it. We ended up kind of skipping over, I think, at least, Kristen, I can say, I softened on the Misfits songs with saxophone in them.
Well, once you get used to the idea, you kind of have no choice. You either adapt or you die.
There's 3 Misfits songs with saxophone in it, though, is all I'm saying. And even then, I was like, why are these in this song? But we'll be playing I Like Your Style, which is actually a really good song.
It is.
And we'll be playing that for you right now. When we come back, we're going to play a little game with Season 2 episodes, so enjoy.
ready to dissect Gem Season 2?
I am, Kristen. This is a game I like to call One Good, One Bad, where we're going to just very quickly, because there's not much else to talk about in terms... Like, I feel like, we talked a lot about, there aren't many new characters. We just talked about them, basically, so we can't really retread the old ground that we kind of went over here. So, in order to pad this out a bit, we're going to play this game called One Good, One Bad, where we're going to go over episode by episode, listing one good thing and one bad thing. And Kristen, you probably, because I linked this to you, read all of mine already, so
It's okay, I already forgot what they said.
Good, because I was gonna say I'm gonna be the only one laughing, I guess. So
now my short-term memory is terrible. It makes me a great podcast co-host.
So let's start here, Kristen. My good for the talent search was Jetta brandishing her saxophone like a battle axe. A battle sax.
Battle sax. See, I totally forgot. That's fantastic. I wish she did that more often. I would have liked to have seen Jetta actually break a saxophone over someone's head at some point, but...
I would like to... Why did the Misfits just break their instruments ever, actually? Or
I feel
did
like they must have at some point. We're just not remembering.
And then we've got the bad, Kristen, with Jerica being a dumb idiot transforming all willy-nilly, which, again, I can't believe this is the only time in the series that someone else has seen... Well, I mean, we have the fucking lady in the middle of nowhere, Journey to Shangri-La, excuse me, and...
Well, that was on purpose.
Right, these were two on-purpose things. This one was Rhea somehow is the only person in the world to ever see Jerica transform into Gem.
Yeah, in the talent search, it's just straight up that Jerica is being neglectful.
And how about yourself, Kristen, for the talent search?
For good, I have, for all its weirdness, this is an example of great character episodes.
You're right.
They're all about Rhea. We learn about her and her family. I mean, I guess the only downside is after that, it's like, who, Rhea who?
Aztec enchantment. Is it real? Who can tell?
Oh no. So yeah, I appreciated that it was like narratively sound. As for the bad, I have Eric's wanton financial seduction of a teenage drummer.
At a weird sushi restaurant.
A weird sushi restaurant.
With geishas. Because
why not Gem cartoon?
And we've got Scandal. My good was synchronized roller skate dances at the beginning of I often call it Scandal. I'm pretty sure the full title of the song is I Love a Scandal, but that's wordy and weird.
Yup.
As well as my bad, Kimber walking home barefoot in the rain.
Yeah, that's how you catch something. My good that I have is, hey, more developed for Kimber and Sean that has substance. We don't get this with Jeff, and man, that actually ends up being a detriment later.
That does, yeah. It's actually, it's kind of weird.
And my bad is, keep separate notebooks for songwriting and deep thoughts, you dingus. Don't write she makes an impression and then also about how Aja is a bitch.
She's got she's a millennial, Kristen. Her allowance doesn't allow her to get more than one notebook.
I can only afford this one. It's 80 pages.
One gem too many. My good here is Clash Gem because, well, one, I love hearing Samantha Newark put on like a bitch voice.
It was hysterical.
It just be really angry. My bad is Clash not taking the most of this opportunity and just basically only flipping a table, and that was the extent of what she did as Gem.
There could have been so much more. Like that episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where Faith and Buffy switch bodies. What Clash should have tried to do is sleep with Rio.
Whoa, spicy for a children's cartoon.
Clash is 14. Anyway. My good for one gem too many is the Misfits using Starlight Music's money to eat expensive food. They ask for a bucket of caviar, and it's on Gem's tab.
I forgot about that. That's amazing.
Yep. I love their priorities. My bad is that the Gemstar earrings get very wet and nothing happens.
Well, cool. Of course, are we not past that at this point,
I'm
Kristen?
not! How about you fight me about it?
The bands break up. My good is the greatest love story ever told.
Mm-hmm. That's just fact.
The bad is Stormer should know better and not be as dumb as Kimber.
Unfortunately, Kimber infects her. My good is, thank you, God. Thank you for this gay episode. And my bad is, why weren't there more, like, inter-band friendship episodes? Because, straight up, I thought about it for 2 seconds and I was like, I want Roxy and Aja to be friends.
Why, though?
Because one of them is dumb and one is smart.
Is that an informed attribute of Aja, though? Did we just make her I mean, I think Shayna's the smartest hologram, I would assume, just, like, looking at them.
Well, I don't know. Anyone is smarter than Roxy.
Well, that's true. And I think it's because Stormer's the only good person among the Misfits.
That's it. Get some humanity out of the other Misfits.
None of them are... I don't even think they're friends with each other. You know?
Only kind of.
Only they're acquaintances and they like hanging out. But, you know, if it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go grab dinner real quick. You want something? It's just gonna be like, no, I don't want to be seen with you.
How about you stop criticizing my dreams live on this podcast?
The Fan. Good is, of course, a nightmare from people telling you it's your birthday when it's not your birthday!
Ugh, the worst. Happens to me all the time.
And the bad is Yakko Warner, the wimpy idiot.
Ugh, that was probably the most cringy part.
What is that guy's name? Does it matter?
Prescott?
Prescott... Something Prescott the Third?
Something Prescott.
Something like that?
Something
Prescott.
like that. I'm thinking of Nathan Prescott from Life is Strange. That's definitely not right. My good is the depths of how elaborate the Misfits' plans can get is horrifyingly impressive.
True.
And my bad is there's no reason this plan shouldn't have worked. This cartoon is fake.
I mean, with how the Misfits thought on their feet in the Fan, it's weird where, yeah.
They're firing on all cylinders.
Oh my god. And, like, after Jem walks into the wall and gets knocked down, it's like, okay, no, wait a minute. Hear me out here. We're gonna have the actors go in and say that, oh no, we found that there were actors. And then they're gonna, fuck! And they got so goddamn close. It was just the fucking synergy ruined everything.
Premium unleaded gaslighting.
Father's Day. The good is everybody thinks Mulberry sucks, which is true.
It does.
Bad is Harvey becoming new dad for Kimber.
Nope, don't like that. My good is Clash's family is as shitty as she is.
I think that's a theme, really, that we have through most of Jem is if you're a good or bad person, your parents will more than likely be the same.
No room for ambiguity in there, huh? Okay, Jem cartoon.
Other than the music awards with, I almost called him Bobby Braddock, the kid who ran away.
Yeah, whatever the hell his name is. Nope, can't remember. The abused kid.
The abused kid.
And my bad
Punished Bobby Braddock.
Yep. And my bad is Pizzazz gets a fucking Father's Day rock. Like, everything sucks for Pizzazz in this episode, and it's sad.
It is. I mean, it's not even like the good kind of like karma stuff coming back.
No, she's not getting comeuppance. Her dad is being a dick to her.
Yeah, and hanging out with like, oh, you would be a much better daughter, Kimber.
I love you, Kimber. Pizzazz, this is your new mom.
The treasure hunt. Good is Misfit Orphans,
yep.
Which kind of wish they came back. I mean, they have decent designs, and Kristen,
unfortunately, they learned a lesson at the end of the episode.
They did, and that's the big problem, is when you learn a lesson, you can't be a Misfit anymore, unfortunately.
Nope. Misfits take what they want and do not learn lessons, as a rule.
Also, Richard Xanthos in the episode was really good. I gotta hand it to him.
Mine.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
My good was that Richard Xanthos is an okay dude.
And the bad I put as basically everything else, but I'm sure I can probably pinpoint it a little more. Hiawatha, maybe?
That was pretty bad. My bad was, no, really, where the hell is this mansion?
I think maybe what we came up with in the treasure hunt, where if they came to Hiawatha last, he would have just had to keep like going up and down the river.
His arms would have been so tired. Been battling all day!
Aztec enchantment. The good is, of course, Pizzazz threatening to shove Clash's camera down her throat.
Yup.
And the bad is El Norte.
That guy. I have the good as... I can't think of anything.
Nothing?
Nothing. Was not a fan of Aztec Enchantment. The actual song was okay. Maybe that's all. And my bad... I forgot I wrote it like this. My bad is... Booby Trap Tombs don't exist, you goddamn loser cartoon.
Booby Trap Tombs don't exist?
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe not in like...
I'm pretty sure Indiana Jones lied to you.
I mean, I feel like it was like that had to have some basis somewhere.
Not to the degree that we are seeing in this cartoon.
No. And like I said, not for Aztec tombs, I don't think. But
I don't think so either.
Like pyramids in Egypt, maybe. But, you know.
Maybe they had things that would trap people in there, but that's it.
I mean, they were pretty big on trying to dissuade grave robbers.
Yeah, but there weren't pressure plates that shot arrows at you like it's fucking Spelunky.
Are you sure? I don't know. That's the thing.
I don't think so.
I gotta look into this now. Not
geez.
now, but, you know, later. Music is magic. The good is merely the phrase, and not the place. Mm-hmm. Magic Island!
Yes.
The bad is Paul Dini for writing this episode.
My good is I'm obsessed with the concept of Magic Island. Tell me where it is. Take me there.
Much like Richard Xanthos' mansion.
Yep, exactly. My bad is magic is a bad fetish.
Paul Dini, you're a fine guy. You wrote some good episodes of Batman. You helped
Get a
create
more
Harley.
respectable fetish, asshole.
You helped create Harley Quinn, but get a more respectable fetish.
Please.
The jazz player. My good is Gem scatting and jazz has, whereas my bad is also Gem scatting and jazz has.
Yeah, that checks out. My good is the sheer coincidence that Jem and Eric get into jazz-based business ventures at the same time.
It's a little far-flung, yes.
It's one of those things where you can kind of understand the root of Eric's madness. And my bad is too many characters, too many names to remember. It was impossible.
Taps Tucker and the boys.
And the boys. Too many bands in this universe have the boys as their name.
I was gonna say, is it just that now any people that we can't remember the name of their band, it's the boys?
I think so.
Because I know fucking you called Limp Bizkit Fred Durst and the boys.
And Sean Harrison and the boys.
Well, no, it stems from Sean Harrison and the boys,
Yeah.
yes.
That's a thing now. Very funny joke.
Dance time. My good is Dance doing her wheelchair pirouette that ends with her fucking falling on her goddamn face.
Spilling her ass all over the floor.
Spilling her ass, yes.
Covered in donuts.
And my bad is Dance somehow getting a weird, like, placebo paraplegic disease despite tendons in her legs snapping. In one leg! In one leg. In one leg.
I can't walk anymore. On one leg. Have you tried the other one? What? My good for dance time is Thong Song.
Oh, Cisco.
Let me see that thong.
Yeah, thong.
My bad is all the well-wishing in the world will not fix someone's leg in a handful of weeks. This isn't goddamn Dragon Ball Z. You're not wishing, putting your happiness into the spirit bomb that is Dance's leg, trying to fill it up.
Kristen, is Dance Time the episode with the weirdest timeline or like least believable timeline, or would it be the jazz player?
It might be, especially considering like people keep acknowledging the passage of time in a way that makes them seem like crazy people. Oh no, we only have 1 week left to film the music video. Do you think Dance will be able to dance to the same degree that she's been able to her entire life after years of training? Probably, right?
Even though her tendons just snapped 14 hours ago?
Even though she just doesn't have one leg now? I hope so. And it works.
Roxy Rumbles. Good. Roxy can't read, of course. The bad, holier than thou Bonnie.
I liked that.
Fucking being all judgy to the Scorpions or whatever the fuck their name was.
Whatever their name was. I have to admit, I don't want to take this as an opportunity to compliment myself, but my Bonnie in that exact scene is one of my favorite things I've said on this podcast. I was very funny, Joe.
We love Bonnie. We do.
My good for Roxy Rumbles is Philadelphia.
Of course.
And my bad is, there's nothing bad about this episode. Fucking fight me.
You're right. Gina Picard. Fucking good work.
A+.
Alone again. My good is ping pong on a flatbed truck.
Yup.
And
my best invention.
My bad is the fucking 70s cop duo at the end.
I'm Mullet Cop Freeze. My good is dramatic voice acting. What kind of drugs, Laura? My bad is, you're really telling me Ashley is too smart to do drugs?
One thing I actually did notice, and Chris, oh fuck, I forgot to go back, because one thing we didn't mention in the Gem Bible again is, it lists all of the orphans, like all of them, names and everything, ages and everything, and only Bonnie and Ashley and Chrissy get profiles because they got the dolls.
Yep.
But Ashley, in Ashley's description, it does say that she's just basically, she was originally, she ran away from the holograms, but then she found out who her true friends are, and she's really smart too.
That's an informed attribute if I've ever heard one.
And should have access to a jetpack.
Yes, definitely. Go on to found, powered by the cheat. She has so many cartwheels.
K-Gem. The good is the cool villain guy whose name I don't remember, who Kristen Marks wrote in, but he was actually a good part of that episode.
I feel like he was vaguely French.
Vaguely French? I don't know.
Vaguely French. Maybe it had a silent letter in there.
I only remember that it was basically Christy Marks got her black villain when she couldn't make Jetta black.
Mm-hmm. He was a cool guy.
He was. He
so much smoother than Eric.
Fucking Richard Xanthos showed up twice. Why couldn't this guy show up twice?
I don't know.
The bad was the cargo plane assholes.
Yeah, the McPoyles. My good for K-Gem was we get a bizarre peek into Rio's day-to-day life off-screen.
I got my pilot's license. I've been doing that for the past few months here.
I bought a plane.
I think it'd be nice if you showed some interest in me for once.
Yeah, we don't have any Rio episodes, do we? My bad was Jem taking on yet another charity case for no good reason.
Well, of course, the college student made a really good argument of help us.
Radio is important. Thanks for the lesson, Christy Marks.
Well, okay, again, this was an episode it's something where it's got a closer personal... One of the things when watching those documentaries again, too, Christy Marks really loves the music awards, and it makes me sad that I really fucking hate the music awards.
I'm sorry.
Same with I'm sure K-Gem is very important to her because it was like we said that her father was in radio or something, like he was a local DJ, and it's just like K-Gem is just such a shit show of an episode.
It really is. Again, maybe if it were 2 episodes, it would have been great.
Again, yeah, you're right. Same thing with, well, I don't know if Glitter and Gold would have been fixed by being 2 episodes, but yeah, anyway. Trick or Tech Rat. A creepy door means fun galore. That is my good, of course. And my bad is the flimsiest plan that Eric has ever put together.
Oh no, we'll scare them. And then he goes to sleep because he's so tired.
Scooby-Doo.
Who cares? The good, for me, is the Misfits' Midnight Madness dick measuring concert across the street. We're gonna have a concert too, right across the street.
Wish we could have seen that concert. That would have been such a good concert.
Right. Also, of course, the whale dance that the Wolverine Goblin does, the Jaunty Organ music. And my bad is seriously dance again.
Yeah, well.
Have another thing fall on top of you, another big cardboard, plywood prop, probably plywood, threading the needle through the eye of the pumpkin. Just go home, dance.
The presidential dilemma. The good. I strain to call this good. A fucking stupid concept.
Yep.
The bad is Synergy making weird sex faces during time is running out.
That was pretty weird. I said the good was, when you consider American cartoons in this time period, I would say this is almost the most normal concept Jem does.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
Sure.
What cartoon couldn't do? Hey, we'll save the president.
I don't even think G.I. Joe saved the president.
That seems impossible. I'm gonna need some fact checking on that.
I don't
We'll
know.
talk
I don't
about
know.
it later.
Yeah.
My bad is the Kennedy Center, which is apparently world famous.
The Kennedy Center is famous. Kennedy Center.
I've been to D.C. a decent amount of times, the D.C. area. I've never fucking heard of the Kennedy Center. Am I the one with the problem?
You might. I mean, we found that we're not worldly in a lot of areas, so possibly.
This is our geographical Swiss cheese.
Maybe. Rock and Roll Express. The good is Rio is the real life G.I. Joe.
She sure is.
And the bad is dumb robber, asshole, idiot, dumb shit. That fucking goddamn it. I have a feeling, Kristen, I know I definitely like Rock and Roll Express more than you do, but I mean, we'll get to the best and worst episodes, I think, after this, but...
Train robbing.
I'm fairly certain Rock and Roll Express is going to be high for you.
I don't remember. See? My short-term memory, again, adding suspense to the podcast. My good for Rock and Roll Express is, of course, drops of Jupiter in your hair. And my bad is coffee poison that makes you shit so hard you die.
How does that happen?
A ton of laxatives. So many that the coffee is just mostly laxatives that have not been broken down yet. And you're like, why am I drinking this? No, I can't stop. Need the caffeine.
Why am I drinking pills? Whatever. Maybe they're caffeine pills.
Who cares? And then you shit so hard your ghost comes out of your ass.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
I'm so scared.
Mardi Gras. The good for me... I hesitate to call this good as well. I call the Zomboys good.
They were
They're
into sadomasochism.
They're interesting, I'd say.
Are
They're
they?
interesting. They're an interesting concept, maybe?
Okay. If we're gonna stretch the definition of interesting, then I agree with you.
Bad is sexual assault pirate.
That's true. That's always bad in all forms, in any media and in real life. For my good, I have New Orleans is a pretty cool place.
Alright, I mean, it has nothing to do with the episode itself. It's like the
Nope.
setting.
And for my bad, I put too bad this episode was barely coherent.
Too bad this episode is the only Shayna episode we got.
Mm-hmm. I also like it when Kimber tells Maurice to pop off.
The middle of nowhere. The good for me is Utu's brother and sympathizing with his plight of wanting to get the fuck out of Alaska.
Yeah, can't really blame him.
The bad is Tom and Jerry Seal Naraku.
It's a weird episode. Just for so many reasons. My good was, we're back to peak jumping into a bear pit Bonnie. Bonnie just doing super dangerous things, cuz.
Just cuz.
And my bad is, we made way too many seal murder jokes. I made you edit out my worst one.
I liked all the seal murder jokes.
I, like, listening back on that episode, I was like, holy shit, we're savage.
Fuck seals, what have they ever done for me?
Nothing. They didn't send you to college, that's for sure.
Renaissance woman. Good was Iron Mask of Amontillado.
Yep.
Bad was dance!
Put her away. I don't want to see her again. My good was To the Rescue is a good song.
It is. It's a very good song.
My bad is Carfax. That place made no fucking sense.
Especially, again, we're gonna get to a fucking Brit Rock where they're the same goddamn episode, but Brit Rock's so much better.
But yeah, but like, is Carfax a real place? Is there a Renaissance fair? What the hell is going on?
Journey to Shangri-La. My good was, of course, the Shangri-La song.
Of course.
I put my bad as too many things to narrow it down to one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
A little lazy, I think. Let me just really quick. Jem needing to reveal her identity, maybe. There's kind of some racist stuff going. Okay, no. The fat guard in Shangri-La. That's definitely, yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Supremely racist.
Mm-hmm. My good was the holograms think about obtaining eternal life, but change their minds. They're implored to reconsider. My bad is possible subplot where the Yeti falls in love with Pizzazz.
What happened to that subplot? No, I don't want to see that.
They should have just taken the Yeti out entirely.
I agree. There's no reason for it to be there because it leads them to where Pizzazz and I don't know.
They could have done something else. They did not need the Yeti stroking Pizzazz's face while she was asleep.
Journey through time. Good is Aja wanting to fuck Mozart.
Yep.
And the bad is fucking around in World War II Britain and nearly dying.
Yeah. A lot of lapses in judgment in that episode, I would say. My good is, we learned that time travel makes Aja super horny. And my bad is, Tekra invents time travel and doesn't use it to kill Hitler.
What? Okay, Kristen, I don't want to say that Eric would be against killing Hitler, but...
Whoa! You are, okay. You are assuming a lot about who Eric is as a person.
Hey,
right
wait
now.
a minute. Wait, no, that's what I just mean, like, maybe it's not the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know.
I think that should be what everyone thinks of first. I guess that's how you know they're bad guys, is because they don't use it to immediately kill Hitler.
Brit Rock. Good is much like you're good for Father's Day. Jetta's parents are just as shitty as she is.
Yep.
Possibly shittier.
Maybe, because they also throw their daughter under the bus, where I'm not sure if Buzz would do that to Clash.
No, Buzz fucking loves Clash.
Yeah.
To the point where he calls her Clash. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's some good dad love there. I keep trying to think, and what does Clash's mom do? And that's right, she's dead. Keep forgetting about that.
Where the bad is Craig Phillips doesn't know how to provide proper context clues for what he's saying.
Not even clues, he should just say what he means. Forget clues, state it outright. My good for Brit Rock is, we already did this plot, so it's easy to follow.
Even though it was incoherent the last time?
Well, this time it's way simpler.
True.
My bad is, Pizzazz isn't a good person, but scamming her out of thousands of dollars is pretty fucking rude.
Yeah. No, again, it's one of those things where it's not necessarily comeuppance, it's just bad things happening to her.
Yeah, I guess she has enough money that it doesn't matter, but it's still kind of shitty on Jetta's part.
Out of the past. Out of the past. Out of the past. The good is Tiny Blender.
Yup.
The bad is Kimber, the most sour child on planet Earth.
With the worst voice who never aged. My good is, whoa, a serious episode of character development.
Yeah, again, a good episode for just being good. For,
yeah.
Everything comes together. Again, easy to follow, too.
Yes. My bad is, never refuse to kiss your mom or she'll die in a plane crash.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Life lesson. Step on a crack, break your mother's back, never kiss your mom before she gets on a plane. She's fucking good die in a fiery crash.
The day the music died. The day your mom died.
Hollywood gem. The good, having no right to detain someone.
Yeah.
The bad is not enough Cherry's Jubilee.
My good is, Cherry's fucking Jubilee. And my bad is, Jeff is a sociopath, he belongs in jail.
Agreed on both fronts. I probably should have had my bad as... I should have been more like you, where the good was Cherry's Jubilee, and the bad was something about Jeff, because... Whoa,
it's the
Jeff.
worst!
Whoa, Jeff! Holy fuck. That was our quick little recap of Season 2 here. We're going to get into some best and worst when we come back again. We're going to play another quick song here. And that song will be Bad Influence, which, again, I'm okay, took over fucking the band's breakup.
It really
as
did.
It should have. And Bad Influence, we not necessarily that it flew under the radar, but, we didn't give it its due. We're going to play Bad Influence here. It's basically, I don't want to say the only good combination song, but it's the only combination song that doesn't sound like two separate songs put together.
Yeah, the instrumentation doesn't completely flip-flop going back and forth the whole time.
Again, it's working out as doing me and is a great combination song. Probably still my favorite, but Bad Influence actually sounds like a song.
Yeah.
So we're going to play Bad Influence here for you, and when we get back, we're going to get into some bests and worsts.
She's too much of a rebel, she'll land you in a stew. She's a bad influence, a bad influence on you. Hey, the kid's a goody-goody, she hasn't got a clue. She's a bad influence, a bad influence, a bad influence on you. Keep away, she'll lead you astray with something up her sleeve. Use your head, you'll be misled, the girls are fools. And too naive, you'll end up in hot water, she'll break your heart in two. She's a bad influence, a bad influence, a bad influence on you. A bad influence, a bad influence, a bad influence on you. She's no good for you, baby.
So as we get back here, Kristen, we're going to talk about some best and worst characters to start here, and this can be including things such as, things that we've assigned to characters. We can talk about just how the characters have kind of changed over the season, if you like, as well, because the first character that I put for best character of Season 2 is Pizzazz!
Yep.
Because Pizzazz we don't have to assign qualities to Pizzazz, even though we do, but Pizzazz, every time she shows up, is fucking great.
She is only gaining momentum. There's never backwards progress with Pizzazz. She's sympathetic on occasion, even though it's not like manufactured sympathy.
Even though the Misfits fall to the wayside in Season 3 for most of the episodes, I'd say that probably stops their momentum, but
Yeah, well, so far.
Season 2 is probably prime Pizzazz, I'd say, at least.
Yeah.
She obviously had her moments in Season 1, but Season 2 Pizzazz is even more of a sociopath than ever, including getting into a helicopter crash, an Aztec enchantment, and everybody living.
She uses her Wizard People Dear Reader magic powers to save everyone's lives in a flash of white light where their broken bodies, all of their cast asunder limbs are fused back onto their bodies, and they wake up having never known that they died at all.
I'm looking at my best characters for Season 2 list. Right before we started this back up, Kristen, you asked if this only pertained to Season 2 characters, and I don't have a single Season 2 character as my best Season 2 character.
Because you know who two of my best characters of Season 2 are?
Is one of them Jeddah?
No.
Oh, well, alright.
One of them is Cherry's Jubilee, who should have been the Misfits' new drummer.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, Kristen, it's really amazing that Rhea is basically the only person playing drums on this show. Fucking Rhea and Craig Phillips, and Shayna disliked drums so much that she's just like, that's alright.
Yeah, I think we've been shown Roxy occasionally plays the drums for no particular reason, but she is, like, way clearly a guitarist.
Yeah, I think in a music video she played him once, or something.
So why not put Cherry's Jubilee on those drums?
Should have had more Cherry's Jubilee. Who was another favorite Season 2 character for
I
you?
liked Jackie Benton.
Oh, yeah,
In her
okay.
single episode, she's way more likable than Emmett Benton ever was. Emmett Benton is a creep.
He cared a lot about Rio and Jerica, Kristen.
He was shipping his daughter and their neighbor. Little weird, Dad.
I think the character that really rose to prominence for us in Season 2, Kristen, again, they're throughout most of Season 1, but not in this way, where we have transformed Lindsay into a cocaine-addled glory hound, essentially.
Yeah, she kind of went off the rails, didn't she? Because she was a little bit funny before, but now it's just straight up every single scene she's in. We are like, yeah, she's literally just drooling on the floor.
She becomes sexual around Gem and the Holograms only because she knows they're going to make her a ton of money.
Yep. She is just so hungry for those scoops, wants all that cash, and she is getting it from Gem and the Holograms.
I also have Kimber as one of the best characters for Season 2, because again, we saw, it fleshed her out a little more in, Father's Day and Out of the Past and things like that, but it also highlighted how much of a goddamn moron she is in most of the other episodes.
She still has very bad judgment, doesn't she? Like, super bad judgment.
She has not grown in the least.
Not even a little bit. And I don't think we get much in season 3.
Well, season 3 makes it difficult because the focus kind of shifts away from Jerica for most of the episodes in season 2, and they kind of bring it back
who?
because, like, Riot throws a wrench into everything, so we gotta just have multiple episodes, basically, of Jem just being like, Riot's pretty fucking hot, but
he's an asshole.
And Rio. This fucking love triangle turns into a love square all of a sudden.
It's the worst. There's too many people.
Oh, excuse me, a love pentagon, because Minx is in there too, because she wants Rio.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, I thought you were saying just okay, how many sides do we want to add to this thing? Because Minx and Rapture both are in love with Riot also.
That's true, and Pizzazz was... Pizzazz kind of gave up on Rio, so...
Pizzazz likes Riot, though.
Pizzazz likes Riot, so fucking...
How many sides are we at now?
Oh my god, everybody wants to fuck Riot.
Everyone's so horny in season 3.
We've also got Bonnie, as usual, and Ashley, the two best orphans, even though Blender has risen to prominence as well.
I don't know what it is with you and Blender.
I like saying the word Blender, I think.
I guess so.
And she's got kind of a doofy face, and she's just like just brunette nobody, so why not?
Yeah, sure. You could put all your hopes and dreams into an orphan like that.
Who are the rest of your season 2 best characters, Kristen?
Oh, I only had Cherry's Jubilee and Jackie Benton.
And now for some of the worst characters, Kristen. I noticed that basically all of these are one-off characters that I listed as the worst because... where to start? Okay.
I only have 2 people again.
I have the Washington Marauder.
I forgot about him.
Because the Washington Marauder's such a goddamn goober, such a fucking idiot.
Oh, he
God
sucks.
damn it. He sucks.
Sucks on ice.
Who do you have?
I have the pervert pirate.
Lafitte? Was that his name? I don't remember.
No, I think that was the actual pirate.
No, you're right. Yeah, no, I didn't like him either. I didn't put him on my list, but I should have, because he's definitely pretty fucking bad.
Like, there are some difficult to discourage men as one-off characters in some of these episodes, where it's like, well, someone needs to fall in love with one of the holograms, or what's the point in the cartoon? The pervert pirate, like, is just straight up harassing Shayna, and Shayna gets sick of it so fast.
And Shayna's just like, I have a boyfriend.
There's no ambiguity at all. She's like, pop off. And he's like, I think Shayna likes me. I'm getting some vibes.
As well as, Kristen, really fucking hate all the magicians in Music is Magic. Every one of them. Marla
is maybe the least bad.
She doesn't do anything.
That's kind of it. She doesn't have a chance to ruin herself.
And all the fucking frickin' Frack and Eric Raymond the Magician are just all they fucking suck and I hate them.
They're all terrible.
They're all terrible. Fuck. And who was your other one? Was it the Washington Marauder, did you say already?
Nope, it was Jeff Stuntman.
Oh, yeah. Jeff really earned his wings in...
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
He must not be that good of a stuntman, because he really crashes and burns in season 2. He sucks.
He's bad.
He's the worst.
God. I've also got Paco from Aztec Enchantment.
Oh, that was his name.
Well, of course it's his name, Kristen. It's an 80s cartoon.
It's not Chico.
Oh, where's Amanda?
I don't know any quotes from Peace Walker. Amanda. Commandante.
Is Amanda the least memorable character in Peace Walker? Even less so than Cecile?
I was gonna say, is Cecile more memorable because she gets drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm cool with that.
Cecile has both her getting drunk, getting mad at Miller, and the thing of Miller screaming out Kojima is God.
Monsieur Miller.
God damn it, Miller. I love Peace Walker so much.
I like Miller.
As well, I have Bobby Braddock, that fuck!
That 30-year-old who goes to high school.
And surprisingly, well, again, you may have only limited this to season 2 people, but Jerica didn't make it onto the list because all the weird, stupid shit that she did in season 1 was kind of cooled down. Again, a lot of the focus was off of her, so maybe that's why, but she seems more level-headed and not a fucking idiot.
I feel like for once, when horrible, stupid things happen to her, it's less often likely to be her fault.
Right. Other than storming the White House.
That was very stupid.
That was the stupidest shit.
Let's shoot holograms at the Secret Service. Pew pew.
You want to talk about fucking worst moments of the season? Jem and Company storming the White House has to be the fucking top of the list.
They all should have gotten shot. Or at least detained.
They have no right to detain them.
No, they have every right to detain them.
Alright, well, so those were basically... We're talking about moments here. But let's get into, Kristen, I don't know if you ranked them at all or anything, because again, I didn't, and I should have. And I'll probably just rank them as we're kind of going here. I've got, and also I listed 6? No, I did list 5. Okay. Worst episodes of the season for season 2.
You didn't tell me how many to write, so I just did 2 for each.
Okay. Well, I did 5, so...
Oh, jeez.
I'll see what I got going here. We've got, I don't know what would be the 5th of this year. I don't even know what one. All right, so honorable mentions for worst episodes of the season. K-Gem, number 1. Fuck K-Gem, Kristen.
Yeah. Man, talk about like a Sum-Zero episode.
An episode that, again, maybe would have been better if it were 2 episodes. Again, it suffers from Glitter and Gold syndrome where shit's moving too fast. At least it's animated better than Glitter and Gold was.
The Misfits spend the night in jail for something that wasn't their fault.
Stupid shit.
If we're talking about honorable mentions, the jazz player is pretty stupid.
I don't think the jazz player is the worst.
That's why I'm saying honorable mention.
But honorable mention, yes. It didn't make my list of 5 here, where I'm going to say...
Dance Time.
Dance Time. Dance Time is not among my worst episodes, nor my best episodes. I thought Dance Time was saved a lot by how stupid it was and how hilarious, like, just basically the making Cisco the thong song guy, I think saved it a lot in my mind when we did the now again, I'm judging it by our looking over of the
how
episode
successful we were in making fun of it
rather than the episode itself.
It was one of those things where the absurdity of it all just kind of baffled me. Like, don't get it twisted, Joe, I enjoy watching Dance Time. It's a fucking bad episode though.
One of my honorable mentions, I'll do whatever, 2 honorable mentions and then my number 2, I guess. I'm going to say The Treasure Hunt is an honorable mention for me as one of the worst episodes because, again, Richard Xanthos is fine. There's 2 very strong reasons that I hate The Treasure Hunt, and we'll get to it.
I know, we have both Richard Xanthos episodes on this worst episodes.
Hey, they were just honorable mentions. Oh no, yours wasn't.
No, mine was a real one. I'm sorry, Richard Xanthos.
I actually, retroactively, I'll put Richard Xanthos as one of the best characters.
Please don't hunt me and mount my head in your study.
He's basically, just Most Dangerous Game Howard Sands.
Yep.
As well, I have The Middle of Nowhere as an honorable mention, because fuck.
That's one where you watch and you go, what the fuck was the point of that?
Ugh,
At least Dance Time, it's like, there's some character work in there. Dance has to face her demons and walk backwards into hell.
It's not one where I can put as the top 2 bad, because again, we made fun of it very well, I think, but just like the experience of watching it was a fucking slog, and ugh.
Do you want to guess what my worst episode is?
Well, I'm going to say, Krista, my number 2 worst episode first is The Presidential Dilemma.
Okay.
Because it is shit on basically every front in terms of songs, animation, plot. Well, okay, Time is Running Out is an okay song. I like it a lot, actually. But
it requires a suspension of disbelief that I am not willing to offer to a cartoon. Which, wow. Did you hear that sentence I just said?
Again, every fucking time we go to it, Gem and Company travel through time. They travel through time. Journey Through Time is not among my worst episodes here, obviously. Journey Through Time is a good episode.
It was fun.
But it's all, like, if it was just Gem saving the president, like the Washington Marauder being a fucking Scooby-Doo bad guy, I don't get it. It makes no fucking sense.
It's like they thought that Gem just saving the president from something wasn't interesting enough. Let's make it more interesting. Let's add a Scooby-Doo villain. No! Don't do that! If I had a time machine, I would go back in time and stop all these bad Gem episodes.
You wouldn't kill Hitler, Kristen? Wow, do you love Hitler?
You're putting words into my mouth. It's implied that I would do that after killing Hitler. How dare you? I'm gonna guess what your worst episode is then with my worst episode, and we'll see if we match up here.
I think we're matching up here. I have a feeling we're going to. But Kristen, what is your worst episode of the season?
My worst episode of season 2 is Paul Dini's fetish horror show, Music is Magic.
My worst episode of season 2 is Paul Dini's magic fetish horror show, Music is Magic, as well.
Bad animation, bad plot, bad songs, 0 redeeming qualities. Maybe the Misfits' weird kunoichi outfits that aren't magician outfits but actually ninja outfits. Okay.
I can't. I don't understand how. Again, Paul outside of Music is Magic, Paul Dini is fine, but like, what the fuck?
Like 50% of this episode takes place on the stage where the magic act goes on Music Island, as all of the one-off characters in sequence introduce themselves in very boring ways. That's half the episode!
And that's the other thing. At least in the jazz player, the people in the Jemtacuber band don't take up a lot of time. The magicians in Music is Magic take up too much
The
time.
whole episode.
I don't care about any of them.
For most of it, we're like, well, Jem is dead. That's a bummer.
What the fuck's going on with the cardboard cutout and the tiger and fuck? Shit.
Okay, are they magic illusions or are they holograms? Do they understand the concept of holograms? Why is what's-his-face Eric Raymond magician like, oh, what is that magic you're doing with those holograms that they used earlier in the episode?
I think we probably went over this in the episode itself, but I don't think they say like, oh, the magic is real. I don't think they go that. I don't know if they say or not if the magic is real.
Out of their magic staves
Fuck,
to make tigers go away.
It's so stupid, Kristen.
Was it a real tiger, Joe?
I hate it so much. Best episodes of season 2.
I don't know if I can get out of the state of mind that I'm in right now.
we gotta pick it up a bit. I think we're
Okay.
going to be in agreement for best episodes, at least for the first best episode. But do you have any honorable mentions for best episodes, Kristen?
Okay, so since I only have 2, obviously, I left quite a lot off of my list, because I wanted to save it for the best of the best. So one of my honorable mentions that is super honorable is The Fan.
Wow, The Fan's not among your best episodes?
No.
Wow. Oh my god.
Again,
crazy.
if you had told me how many to put on my list, it probably would have made it. But I ended up with 2. So yeah, The Fan is like the perfect symbiosis of a Jem episode getting real crazy and so meta that your brain just starts to be in disbelief that a cartoon from the 80s is getting to this level of nuts.
I would say one of my honorable mentions here is Journey Through Time, actually, because it's a fun episode and not a lot stupid happens in it, I don't think. And it's got good songs, and that's basically all that there is to it. Other than the weird racist shit that was going on with Rock and Roll is Forever, I guess.
Yeah, that part was a little bit weird. Another honorable mention, Out of the Past.
Oh, that's a good one as well.
Again, just a solid episode. I don't even really have anything funny to say about it.
Agreed. I would say the same for... there is stuff we could say about Alone Again. That is an honorable mention for myself.
I sure did have a lot of fun recording that episode.
Alone Again is really... Again, it's like it's a drug PSA episode that doesn't really get up its own ass about it, I don't think. So...
I mean, it's completely unrealistic because they can't actually depict cartoon children doing real drugs. Again, getting addicted to pills is as generic as you could possibly get, maybe.
having Laura do some fucking speedballs of heroin.
If only. But that probably wouldn't be good for the cartoon. I do believe Ashley is too smart to do heroin.
It's not the latest style, Kristen.
It's not the latest style. Ever.
What is your number 2 best episode of the season, Kristen?
My number 2 episode is Roxy Rumbles.
Yeah, Roxy Rumbles is really good. I still think that some stuff holds it back. Again, we'll get to that a bit later when we talk about some other stuff. But I like Roxy Rumbles a lot. You're right, yes.
It's a very good episode. Man, I wish they did more with Roxy. But hey, I would say Roxy probably gets the best single character episode.
She gets the best single character song. Fucking I'm Gonna Change is really good.
Basically, no one else gets a single character song.
Other than Jackie Benton and the Orphans.
Starbright's an okay song.
My number 2, Kristen, is The Band's Breakup, which I have feelings...
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
That's my number 1.
I was going to say, I have a feeling that was going to be your number 1. The Band's Breakup is a wonderful episode for many reasons, not just being...
For what it's done for the gay community, primarily. I feel like it is a miracle of an 80s cartoon episode. I don't know anything else that would have something like this in it.
It's just friendship, Kristen.
No, Joe. It's lesbians.
Other than The Band's Breakup having some animation errors in it, like the dude behind the giant drum. I remember that pretty vividly. And
Stormer's ice cream that looked like a bowl of fruit.
fucking oranges in her sundae. Why didn't we ever go back to Stormer eating ice cream sundaes?
And to cope with all of her problems.
Or banana splits or whatever the fuck she was having.
Because, you know what, no matter what form it takes, addiction is not something we should glorify. Don't do heroin. Don't eat banana splits to cope with your problems. A lot. Like, do it once in a while, totally.
Didn't she order a shake, or was that Kimber who ordered the shake?
Kimber wanted a peach shake.
My number 1 episode of the season, Kristen, is The Fan.
Okay.
Because...
I was worried you were going to say Rock and Roll Express. And I was prepared to say, I will kill you. How dare you bring that to me?
Rock and Roll Express is a bad episode. It's not one of the worst. It's definitely on the lower half.
Uh-huh.
I just really like I'm Taking a Train.
I know you do.
I think it's
I can't believe we're related.
catchy as shit, and I don't care.
Fair enough. There's no accounting for taste.
The Fan is a great episode. Again, like you said, it's all the plans coming together for a crazy layered Misfits plan that should have worked, but it did not because this is a cartoon, as well as the funny dumb shit like Jem having a nightmare because people keep saying it's her birthday. And, I Believe in Happy Endings is a good song. Who Is She Anyway is a good song. Nightmare is a good song. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Joe. Us being fairly media savvy people, the thing that I always enjoy most about anything that I'm watching or consuming in any way is when it surprises me. And holy shit, The Fan is surprising. Like, I compulsively predict things whenever I'm watching TV shows. I go, oh, that's that person's brother, actually. Or,
Yeah.
as soon as they walk away from the situation, that person's going to die and they're going to get blamed for it. And I'm usually right. So to have something like The Fan that just dashes my expectations like water upon the rocks on the shore, it's beautiful.
It's true art, this episode is. It's better than whatever I called the best episode of season 1, and Music is Magic is worse than the Music Awards.
We can't remember, so...
So that was the best and worst episodes we have here. Kristen, it is about that time. For the Gem, Can We Talk About podcast, Jemtacuber Song Challenge.
It's making a comeback. You didn't think we were done, did you?
After it was pretty good, going in season 1 here, the Jemtacuber. We are going to be doing a song in the style of one of the bands here. Kristen, because I had the Misfits last time, I think you planned on doing the Misfits anyway.
I was going to tell you if we didn't discuss it beforehand that this time I get to do the Misfits.
I so graciously gave you the Misfits to do instead of doing it randomly here, where I will do the holograms. And Kristen, would you mind reading off what our categories are this time?
I wrote some new categories and kept some of the old ones as well. And they are as follows. Vampires.
Good.
A low-stakes American holiday, such as Arbor Day.
I.e. Arbor Day.
Yeah. Dance's newest injury.
Why they write a song about that?
Yeah, why not? The weird instrument shoehorned into the song thanks to the episode's plot.
I hope I get that one.
Acknowledgement that this love triangle is getting ridiculous.
I hope the Misfits get that one.
Endangered animals.
And the Misfits endangering them.
Yep, of course. High school graduation.
Okay.
A scummy local carnival.
Good.
Space.
Bakery.
The Space Bakery.
It's just so simple.
Yeah. Wild card. An orphan song.
Oh.
So, instead of writing a Gem or a Misfits song, you scrap it and write a song for an orphan of your choice.
Blender the musical.
Of course. The parts of New York that don't usually make it into songs.
Utica.
Yup. The moral ambiguity of SeaWorld.
Okay.
Jaywalking, just in case you have to write a hologram song about not jaywalking. And the group's hot take on Blade Runner.
Alright, I lied. I hope I get that one.
May I do the random number generating this time?
Please.
Okay, so since you were the holograms, we're going to dice roll yours first.
Okay, crossing my fingers. Oh no.
You got 13.
13, the moral ambiguity of SeaWorld.
So I guess as a hologram, your job is to write about why, no, it's good. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. My turn. 9.
9. Space!
Space!
So there we go. When we return here, we are going to have a hologram song about the moral ambiguity of SeaWorld and a Misfits song about space. Universal Appeal is already a song.
Whatever. I got this.
All right, very good. So what we're going to do, I believe we played Set Your Sails at this point in the Jemtacuber last time. So Kristen, we're going to play Love's Not Easy this time.
That only seems appropriate.
So when we come back, that is what we are going to have with the results. Hopefully they don't suck. So
I have some ideas already.
Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Though we gotta keep on trying. Gotta keep hanging on. Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Love's not easy. Though we can't give up fighting. The hope seems gone. Long as there's a chance, we've got to do our best. Baby, if we Love's not easy.
Love's not easy.
Love's not easy.
Love's not easy.
But I'll never stop loving you
With all my heart.
Love's not easy.
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 We are back here. We took a good 15 minutes or so to write these songs. Kristen, I believe you went first last time as the hologram, so I can certainly do as much this time.
You certainly can. Also, I think we're gonna need me as a finisher.
So we also did, writing an episode and kind of a synopsis around this as well.
Yep.
We have here, Kristen, the holograms with the moral ambiguity of SeaWorld. So my episode is called Whale of a Time.
That
And
sounds deceiving based on what you were saying to me while you were writing.
for the synopsis, Eric Raymond has a new business venture in the selling of whale blubber, and as a result, the Misfits are playing sold-out shows in a Miami fishery that was converted to a club, but is actually still a fishery where the whales are being gutted in the basement.
Oh, Jesus!
The holograms, fresh off a tour of beach clubs, decide to take a look at this venue where the Misfits are playing, only to find some protesters from the local SeaWorld who seem to be under the impression that there's a conspiracy a-brewing, and that this club is actually a front for illegal whale hunting.
Wow.
They find out that that is indeed the case, thanks to Stormer, who, Kristen, as we learned in Jules in the Dark, is a vegetarian and hates seeing animals hurt.
Yep, that seems about right.
She only found out about this herself just recently, as she has formed a special connection with a whale that they have, that she named Marty. With the help of the holograms, they release Marty, and the SeaWorld people intercept him, keeping him in one of their tanks to rehab, in quotes, him. The episode ends with all of the holograms watching Marty in the whale show at SeaWorld while this song is playing, and the last shot is a slow zoom in on Stormer's face as it looks as she shows in her, as she expresses that she doesn't feel like she accomplished anything.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think. Oh no, what was the Free Willy? I'm imagining Marty jumping over Stormer like in Free Willy, except he's not in the ocean.
And then right into this tank at SeaWorld.
Straight into the tank for the rest of his life.
Song number 3 of that episode, Kristen. Waltz on the Water.
Oh jeez.
Now, I wrote this pretty quickly. I wrote that episode description, I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Oh no, now I'm stuck with this.
So, I'll do this as best I can. Here we have Waltz on the Water. The sparkling of waves 'neath the hot summer sky. The cheer of the crowd as you see a fish fly. Electric
Not
and
actually
joyous.
a fish, but
Shut up. As the trainers take lead. A spectacle unlike any that you've seen.
this is nice so far. Tell me more.
For some reason, I'm getting like in the Land of the Midnight Sun, like it's a waltz on the water.
Hey, feel free to sing.
A dance of elegant gills. A lovely waltz on the water, and the crowd loves all the thrills. The size of the tank doesn't bother me so. The performers have all the space they can go. Sure, it might feel a little obscene, but the ocean can't be this pristine and clean. Oh, fuck, I should have just went with pristine. Shit. But the ocean can't be this pristine.
Oh my god.
It's a waltz on the water when the dolphins aren't so sad. A lovely waltz on the water, just as long as they don't remember what they had.
Oh no. How much more is there?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That was it.
That was it.
Ooh. I think you have something there. Can you contact the Blackfish people? Oh my god. Good job! Hey, mission accomplished.
Bit of a downer.
But that's why I'm here, isn't it?
Kristen, you had to write a Misfits song about space, which, again, basically universal appeal.
I realized after writing it that I sort of wrote it to the tune of Designing a Woman, but that's okay. I made it less of a metaphor that universal appeal was, and a lot more literal this time.
As Gem songs happen to be, as the seasons went on.
Yup, this is from what we would call, I guess, our fan season 4. the Gem episode called Over the Moon.
Oh.
The Holograms and the Misfits compete at NASA headquarters to see who will be the first band to perform a concert on the moon. This is the second...
Again, very... I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening.
This is the second song in the episode, and the Misfits appeal to be chosen by a bunch of scientists and engineers that have nothing to do with the selection process. So it's basically when they rushed Congress.
I was going to say, so just like Star Spangled Fantasy.
Yes, and I would like to preface this with, I tried to shoehorn a reference to Josie and the Pussycats in space into this song, but couldn't quite get there. So my song is called I've Got Star Power.
Oh.
And I have a quote, the quote that would lead into the song from Pizzazz.
Okay.
Hey nerds, the Misfits are here to show you what real star power looks like.
Oh, whoa, nice.
Hell yeah, I wish I could do the Pizzazz voice, but I can't. So the song goes as such. All cooped up in your lab, you don't know about the latest sound, but baby, I'm the best thing this side of the galaxy. I'm the brightest star around. I'm the woman of the hour. I've got star power. I make my rivals sour. I've got star power. I shine so bright I make heads turn, but don't look too long or you're gonna get burned. From Devil Power. Like a meteor shower, I've got star power. I watch my enemies cower. I've got star power.
Very possessed.
See, I kept thinking I should write the word we, and I'm like, Pizzazz doesn't say we. She says I. It's plain to see I'm the star of the show. Make no mistake, you're gonna see my glow. This is my finest hour. I've got star power. Don't you pout or glower. I've got star power.
Glower? Was that one of the rhyme ones that you came up with?
Yes, I had to Google what rhymes with power. I ran out of things after a while. Do you hear me? Don't you ever forget. I'm a star, baby. And that's the end. That's
much more of a Misfits song, I think. I don't know if the thing that I wrote would be a hologram song.
Yeah, it's very funny. And I think that's the most important thing. Mine, not quite as funny, but I think I achieved my misfitsness.
You did, yes. And I'd like to see an episode where they go to the moon.
I like that idea.
Because again, it's very Gem.
Mm-hmm. I can kind of hear it, right? Like, I'm the woman of the hour. I've got star power. I make my rivals sour. I've got star power, and I've got designs on you. Like that.
What a
good song. We did it.
We did it, yay. Would you say it's more successful than the first one?
Well, last time I felt like we had pressure to actually write anything at all because we weren't sure if we would be able to.
So yeah, I think that was definitely another good shot at it here. We could write Gem. We could write Gem.
Yeah, and that's the secret. After we do season 3 and wrap up that Jemtacuber, we're just going to start writing actual scripts for season 4.
And go straight into season 4, right?
Yep.
And as well as many spin-offs.
Our fanon episodes that we are going to make jokes about as if they were real. So meta.
So before we get to the final section here, which is best and worst songs, Kristen, I would like to do a little deviation of songs that we were wrong about / didn't give enough credit to when they happened.
I mean, fine, you can do that.
Well, let's see if you agree with me for any, because we've got just a ton here, basically. And first off, we've got the very first song of the series, Out of My Way, which I think was awkward animation-wise, and that not ruined,
to
but
its
it soured.
detriment a little bit, huh?
To its detriment, I agree. We see Out of My Way again in season 3, and it gets used much better in that one. That's the one where Gem turns into a surfboard, of course. So
my favorite. I don't have any issues with Out of My Way.
I don't know. I feel like we just didn't like listening to Gem songs more as of recent. It's just like, this was good. Why didn't we didn't really talk about that? Again,
We
it was the
also
first
weren't
episode.
good at podcasting until we got to like the 6th episode.
True. Second one will be Who Is He Kissin', which I feel like we kind of just glossed over in favor of both Jealousy and Universal Appeal.
I like Jealousy better.
I like Who Is He Kissin' better than Jealousy. I think
Who Is He Kissing is fine. I like Jealousy better.
Probably a top 5 hologram song, Who Is He Kissin', for me.
It's good.
Anyway. Congratulations is on sort of the opposite end here, where I put this 4th on my top 5 songs of the last Jemtacuber, and I was wrong, Kristen. Congratulations is good, but it is not 4th best song of the season.
I like the sentiment behind congratulations.
I think I said that it's a very Misfits song. It's perfect for Pizzazz just being like, me.
Me.
There's also Putting It All Together, which I know you didn't like, I don't think.
That's fine.
I like putting it all together a lot. It deserved to be used more than Welcome to the Jungle.
I like Welcome to the Jungle, so pop off.
I knew you were going to say pop off too. Fuck.
I was juggling in my head between pop off and fuck off. I decided to keep it family friendly.
You said fuck off anyway.
Yep, many times already in this episode, I believe.
Time is Running Out, which is
fine.
actually a good song. It's actually good. The Presidential Dilemma gave it better visuals than what was going on in Stitches, even though, I hated... Alright, I think we can agree. Even though the hologram storming the White House is fucking stupid and terrible, the visuals that go along with it are hilarious and great.
Yeah. Fighting eagles. Fighting hologram eagles.
Come On In, The Water's Fine should have been the worst song of season 1. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's garbage.
I'm glad we can be in agreement there. I don't remember what I put as my worst song of season 1.
I don't either.
Fuck
Oh no,
Come On In,
I put
You put Set Your Sails.
I put
as the
Set My
worst song.
Sails. I said that as a joke though.
I Am a Giant, not that bad. Not as bad as I think we made it out to be.
Yeah, it's fine.
Offering a lot of good insight into these songs, Kristen.
Non-committal. Hey, you're the one who feels like your opinions were wrong the first time.
No, you're right.
I'm confident in the way I feel about these songs that I barely remember.
I really like Broadway Magic still. It's a really good song.
Really seriously and truly have no strong feelings about Broadway Magic one way or the other.
I think Broadway Magic and In Stitches and Starbright Part 1 are pretty much the only episodes with 3 songs that are really good. Because Can't Get My Love Together is also good. And Who Is She Anyway is great.
Yes, it is. But I already held that opinion.
We passed on using Rock and Roll Is Forever both times because it's short, I think, but it's
Yeah, it's like a 2-second song.
but it's really good. I really like Give Me a Gimmick. I think I made that apparent when I said that initially. Probably should have been on the top 5 instead of Congratulations.
I wish the editing in it was better.
Well,
The stuttering is kind of like, I could make a song that sounds like
I
that.
like that though.
I feel like they could have done it better. Joe,
I
I love techno music. Believe me. If there's anything that I'm cool with, it's stuttering audio.
One thing that we basically passed on, I think because Glitter and Gold was such a fucking rush job of an episode, all the songs in Glitter and Gold have these, like, master tape versions on YouTube on the Mitigatings channel, a channel that we've spoken of before, who basically has, all, like, the Spanish versions of the songs and things like that. And How Does It Feel, Glitter and Gold, and We're Up, You're Down all have, these like extended kind of instrumental intros. Like How Does It Feel gets a good 10 seconds or so. It's still only like a minute long, but it gets a good 10 seconds or so before it goes right into How Does It Feel to Be Popular, and it gives you some fucking breathing room, and it really
So
shows.
just how does it feel that you're a big success? How does it feel? How does it feel?
And How Does It Feel's a really good song.
Cool.
And it doesn't make it feel shoehorned in.
You'll have to link me to that version of it.
Yeah, same with Who Is He Kissing has like this really sexy sax intro to it
Hell
as well on the
yeah.
master tape. So I don't remember if that was in the episode itself. It's been a long time since I watched it. And Glitter and Gold, arguably as good as Truly Outrageous.
Glitter and Gold is so good. Such a good toy commercial song.
All right, well, before we get to our bottom 3 and top 5 songs here, Kristen, I think we're going to play just one more song before this here. We are going to play... We're going to play Star Spangled Fantasy.
Oh, good.
And I guess it was unintentional. Again, you said you put, Set Your Sails as a joke last time as your worst song, but we're going to put... It's not... All right, full disclosure, it's not the worst song of the season for me.
No.
Star Spangled Fantasy is not, but it's terrible, and I want to play it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Star-spangled fantasy, all red, white, and blue. It's a star-spangled fantasy, something big is coming through. Bursting in the air, fireworks, fireworks everywhere. A star-spangled fantasy,
So here we are, Kristen, the main event, if you can call it that. The bottom 3 and top 5 songs of season 2.
What do you think the odds are that we have the same bottom 3 songs, even in a different order?
I'm going to say very few, because I feel like something snuck on here that I wasn't shitty enough about, but I think we might share a bit, but...
I feel like my list is super obvious, but we'll see.
I'll start us off here, because my number 3 bottom song of season 2 of Gem is Star Spangled Fantasy.
Huh.
Because, again, it's got barely any structure to it. I hate the visuals. It's got the gavel sound. It's fuck. You just heard it. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand how that got onto your list, so our lists are different after all.
Very good. What is your third worst song of Gem
My
season
third worst
2?
song is Open a Book.
Oh.
Because I don't like this cartoon telling me what to do.
Not only that, it's kind of a boring song.
It is. And the visuals are pretty boring. And we got some orphans that we don't care about. And then they repeat it at the end of the episode.
Can I let you in on a secret, Kristen?
It's just secret.
Open a Book is the second worst song of the season for me. Because, again, it lowers Roxy Rumbles for me. It makes me hate the treasure hunt more than I should have. Or more than I should, excuse me. Because I also don't like Ahead of the Game. Ahead of the Game is fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. And Open a Book is just, again, it's trying to teach me a lesson. I don't want that lesson.
I'm an adult. Don't tell me what to do, cartoon.
What is your number 2 worst song of the season, Kristen?
My number 2 worst song is Don't Look Now from Tricker Techrat.
Really? Wow.
Because it makes no sense.
Don't Look Now is decent, I think.
It feels like a salad of a song that was just kind of like tossed together like, this works, we think.
I think, you see, it's weird because I thought you would have put, like, Listen Up as a worse song than
I don't remember that song.
I thought Listen Up was okay, too. That was the one that's the Misfit song from K-Gem.
Yes, I knew that, but I don't remember how it goes at all.
Listen up, tune me in.
Okay, I wasn't asking you to sing it for me. Plus, that song had fun imagery because Pizzazz's devil magic was going into the hardware.
Going into computers,
yes, and killing people, strangling them with electricity.
It's very possible, Kristen, that our number 1 is the same. I
If we want to try and say it at the same time.
would not be surprised. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. It could be you.
Couldn't it?
Fucking everything. Again, we keep going back to Music is Magic to shit on it, but It Could Be You is.
It's not even a song.
It's not very good song wise. It's got lazy rhyming in it. It's got some horrific animation
And drunken chanting. And it sucks.
The one that always sticks with me as just the worst or laziest lyric of all time. You know, somebody pulled a fast one, someone made a switch, someone pulled a fast one. Which? Fuck off.
How about
Get
you
the
learn
fuck outta
some new words, Paul Dini?
here. Get the fuck out of here.
So, yep, I'm glad we are in agreement.
I'd say, I don't know if it's even like bottom 5, but I severely dislike Abracadabra as well.
Don't remember that one as much.
Music is Magic is a good song, so not gonna shit on Music is Magic the song. I will take every opportunity to shit on Music is Magic the episode.
Yep. So I believe we are ready for our top 5 songs. I think this is going to be very different.
I think you are right. You said that this is probably going to be very different, and I think you might be right. Kristen, what is your 5th best song of season 2?
My 5th best song is Hey Look It's Gem, Hollywood Gem.
Oh, Hollywood Gem was very close to getting on the top 5. It's a good song. Again, it's good for, like, it's a good toy commercial song, much like Truly Outrageous and Glitter and Gold.
It's not nearly as good as Truly Outrageous and Glitter and Gold, but I believe it serves its purpose in the episode very well. They didn't need to use it twice, but
I don't mind the fact that they used it twice. That's how good of a song that it is, I believe.
I'm into it. What's yours?
And number 5 for me was tough. I had to choose between this and Trapped, because Trapped is really good. Mm-hmm. Number 5, from Father's Day, Let's Blow This Town.
That's interesting.
Why do you say that?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
What do you like about Let's Blow This Town, Joe?
Let's Blow This Town is a good song because, well, one, most of this is the visuals, I think, because it's got some really, really good visuals in it. It's got...
It's animated very well.
It's animated very well. And it's a Misfits song that really encapsulates how shitty Mulberry is.
You just hate Mulberry, I think.
It sounds like a soda for wimps.
A fictional town you've never been to. Would you like to hear my number 4?
What is your number 4, Kristen?
The Real Me from One Gem Too Many.
Oh, Real Me was also one that was very close to getting onto my top 5. I probably could have put it on here considering what my number 4 is, but Real Me is a very good song.
Yeah, it was a very good Gem song.
I really like the visual at the beginning of Real Me with like the kind of sideways pan, kind of like going across the stage, where Jem's just kind of dancing at the beginning.
Yeah, instrumental. I do have a band, huh?
I like that. My number 4, Kristen, is It's Fun to Be Scared.
Well, I guess I understand.
It's Fun to Be Scared, I believe, is of the same ilk as I'm Taking a Train, where it's really, really stupid, but it's also hilarious, and I love it.
It's so specific that I feel like I can come around on it.
And the fact, I mean, you just started off, it's just da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, oh shit, a creepy door means fun galore.
It really does.
Not gonna get much better than that. What is your number 3 song,
My
Kristen?
number 3 is To the Rescue from Renaissance Woman.
Again, another fine option. Not on my top 5 here. I think we're going to start getting into... I think the only song that you're also going to have in your top 5 is what is going to be at my number 3. But To the Rescue is the shining light of Renaissance Woman along with the Cask of Amontillado shit.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. We are only doing season 2 exclusive songs, but I wanted to give a shout out to I've Got My Eye on You, which was in the talent search because I really like that song.
Not my favorite, but I like it. It's still
like it.
Definitely a good Gem song. Again, it works from... A lot of the songs in the first 5 episodes have that kind of weird, not even off-model, but just like, you know... rushed, not really animated in the same studio kind of quality to them. And songs like Out of My Way and I've Got My Eye on You have these weird, like, just have this weird look to them that doesn't seem, that kind of like, but again, if they're used twice, and I've Got My Eye on You in the talent search is used to much better effect.
Yeah.
My number 3 song of the top 5 songs of season 2 of Gem, Kristen, is I'm Okay by Kimber and Stormer.
Hey, Joe. It's not on my list at all.
Wow, shit. How did I'm Okay not get on your list?
Because unfortunately the powers of lesbians did not inform my decision. Because in spirit, with how much I liked the episode The Bands Break Up, of course I like I'm Okay. But the song itself,
Not big on it.
well, I like it. Just not my top 5 for this particular podcast episode.
Wow, we might have completely different top 5.
We definitely do.
I like I'm Okay a lot, and obviously we used it a lot. We used that a lot.
I really liked your editing of that episode. And the other episodes where we started singing.
Kristen, what is your second best song of season 2 of Gem?
My number 2 song is Let's Blow This Town from Father's Day.
Well, there we go.
Plot
All right.
thickens. Teddy thickens too.
So Let's Blow This Town, I'm surprised that it got to be number 2 on there, but Let's Blow This Town is really good for reasons that we
Already
just
talked about.
stated
Good
here.
song,
Yep.
good animation, good use in episode.
Number 2, Kristen, I don't know if this will be surprising. Number 2 for me, from Hollywood Gem, Tomorrow is My Wedding Day.
Well, considering your obsession with Brimber, I'm not surprised actually.
It's really good, and I like it a lot. And the shit with, where they're all doing the, good luck, Kimber, and then it comes back for, like, the final thing when it goes to the next scene. It's just like, oh, it's good.
It was definitely animated very nicely.
Kristen, what is the best song of season 2 for yourself?
Are you prepared for the fact that this is gonna fuck you up?
It better not be I'm Taking a Train.
No, it's not. I'm not that much of a wild card.
All right, let me see if I can guess. No, I don't know. What is it?
It is Trapped from the Jazz Player.
What? What the fuck?
The sax in it. That is a beefy, delicious sax. I love the setup for it. And I love Pizzazz's spoken intro, where she yells about them being trapped and then laughs like a goddamn maniac. I love Trapped.
You ain't going nowhere. Time to face the facts.
You're trapped, 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 trapped. I love it.
Baby, you're trapped. So, you can see why, yes, it was difficult for me to choose between that and Let's Blow This Town, and I see that it was close for you as well.
Yeah,
so.
do you understand why I clammed up when you were like, my number 5? And I was like, oh, I don't
when
want
I
to
mentioned
spoil it.
when even before mentioning my top 5, I was just like, so I didn't put Trapped on my list, and you're just like, oh, right.
Interesting. I think I played it cool. You didn't suspect anything.
I was going to throw out Free and Easy, which is also really good, but not top 5. but very similar. Just it got some very sexy sex in it. And as far as some other things that I was thinking, I don't know what I was going to grab from. I was thinking maybe it was a Misfits song. I don't know, but I'm glad that it's Trapped. It deserves to be on any of these top 5s here. I just didn't put it on mine.
Give it some accolades. It's sad that we weren't as sure in our aim as we were about still the best songs ever, truly outrageous and universal appeal.
Right.
But
My number 1 song of the season, Kristen, is Nightmare from The Fan.
I'm okay with that.
It is... I like it a lot, the visuals especially in both versions, but obviously the fan one is, I mean, you can see fucking the banner that I have on Twitter is Jem falling, the fucking, our thing on both SoundCloud and YouTube, I believe, is like a collage of Jem falling. I'm making a nice wallpaper pattern out of it, and it was my icon on Steam for a while, so...
That's just how it feels when somebody tells you it's your birthday when it's not actually your birthday.
Astray.
Again,
very, very different songs here. A lot of the season 2 songs deserve accolades, though I think... I don't want to say if it was stronger than season 1 in terms of songs, because obviously, just like all together, like the full package.
It's really rough to compare with the, different presentation of everything. The different swings and quality of the episodes was pretty intense.
Yeah. I think we had said that season 1, I know you said specifically that you don't know if you like season 1 of Jem in the Jemtacuber. How do you feel about season 2 of Jem as a complete package?
Very hard swings. It is ridiculous how some episodes are so good and then some episodes are just the worst. The worst episodes in season 2 of Jem are 10 times worse than the worst episodes of season 1.
And the best episodes of season 2 of Jem are better than, I don't even remember, I think I called Last Resort's the best episode of season 1 of Jem, and Father's Day is better, and The Fan is better, and The Bands Break Up is better, and Roxy Rumbles is better, and like all these great episodes of season 2 are better than the best episodes of season 1.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I would love to write a paper about it. My dissertation.
But I believe we will be bidding farewell to Season 2 of Jem. At this point, we should look forward to Season 3. Kristen, we got 12 episodes left. We are going to be doing the first 2 episodes as one super episode, much like the Talent Search. It is going to be The Stingers Hit Town. If you don't know anything about the Stingers, clearly we've talked about them a lot because we're getting excited to see them.
I'm excited to talk some about the Stingers. It's been a while since I've seen Season 3.
So I definitely look forward to The Stingers Hit Town, which is going to be our next episode. We are going to be starting the run toward the end of Season 3 of Jem. We are going to the end of Jem, just in general.
Yeah.
We're going to be heading towards there, and it is going to be intersped, Kristen, with a different type of review, a new that we have, not tried yet here. It is going to be a review of a video game that has been a big part of our childhoods, both of our childhoods, probably because we both played it at the same time.
I told Madeline as a joke that it was very formative for us, and then I realized I don't think it was a joke.
The wonderful classic Sonic Adventure 2, which we have planned out. We're going to be talking about 4 episodes, I believe, of Sonic Adventure 2 to be intersped with episodes of Jem, like 3 episodes of Jem, or 2, because The Stingers Hit Town is 2 episodes put together, but anyway, so now's the point in the evening where I will list off all of the fun contact things where you can find us. You could follow us on the Twitter machine at cwtapod. You could follow me at Octopus, that's AWKTAPUS.
You can follow me at FunnyGirlTM, like trademark, where I'm making more Redbubble money because there's a shirt that a character wears in Persona 5 that says "No Mo Rules" on it. And it became a joke to draw him wearing the shirt, except it says "Homo Rules." So I made a version of that for sale, and it's been pretty popular.
Wonderful. You can find us on iTunes, on SoundCloud, on the Stitcher Radio, on the YouTube, where you could find the very first of our Can We Read adventures about Jules in the Dark. I mentioned it earlier here. It is a fucking whale of a time.
It was very funny.
Not to reference my episode
Yep,
again.
no, I'm trying to forget
either.
it. You're making me sad.
So go ahead, check that out. You can leave a rating, give a review, do whatever you feel like. You could also find us at cwtapod@gmail.com, where you could tell us all about what you loved, hated, whatever about Season 2 of Jem. Or you could tell us about what you're looking forward to for Season 3 of Jem, because I know I am.
I'm excited too.
So that's what we got to look forward to. We're going to be taking a week off here, and then afterward, we're going to have the super episode of The Stingers hit town. So keep a lookout. My name is Joe for the Can We Talk About podcast.
I'm Kristen, also for the Can We Talk About podcast.
And join us next time where The Stingers hit town.
A little fun extra bit after this is in the mail.
So, Kristen, you're going to be doing something a little extra here, which we probably, if I thought about it, or if you wrote it into the Google Doc of when we could have done it, either between segments or something like that. You were going to be reading a film noir.
No, that I'm reading straight from the script of Blade Runner.
Straight from the script of Blade Runner. Wonderful. As Bonnie, we got some wonderful film noir music in the background. So let's just.
They don't advertise for killers in the newspaper. That was my profession. Ex-cop, ex-Blade Runner, ex-killer, sushi. That's what my wife... That's what my ex-wife called me. Cold fish.
Nailed it. This one's gonna be rough.
Okay.
Skin jobs. That's what Bryant called replicants. In the history books, he was the kind of cop that would use racial slurs.
I'm not saying the N-word on this podcast.
I'd quit because I had a belly full of killing. But then, I'd rather be a killer than a victim. And that's exactly what Brian's threat about little people meant. So I hooked in once more, thinking that if I couldn't take it, I'd split later. I didn't have to worry about Gaff. He was brown-nosing for a promotion, so he didn't want me back anyway. I didn't have to worry about Ashley. She was brown-nosing for a promotion, so she didn't want me back anyway. Blade Runner Ashley, the sequel.
Shit, Blade Runner 2049 starring Ashley.
Perfect. Man, should I just start replacing names?
If you want to.
I didn't know whether Rio gave... I didn't know whether... No. I didn't know whether Rio gave Kimber a legit address. But it was the only lead I had, so I checked it out. Whatever was in the bathtub was not human. Replicants don't have scales.
It was a hologram.
It was a hologram. And family photos? Holograms didn't have families either.
Oh no. Oh, synergy!
Oh, jeez.
And it really did a job on synergy. Right down to a snapshot of a mother she never had.
Oh no.
A daughter she never was.
Oh no.
Replicants weren't supposed to have feelings. Neither were Blade Runners. What the hell was happening to me? Swear word.
Holograms weren't supposed to have families. And orphans weren't supposed to have feelings.
Rio's pictures had to be as phony as synergies.
I forgot what I said earlier.
I didn't know why a replicant would collect photos. Maybe they were like synergy. They needed memories.
Almost done. They're getting longer.
The report would be a routine retirement of a replicant, which didn't make me feel any better about shooting a woman in the back. There it was again. Feeling in myself. For her. For synergy.
Wait a minute, Bonnie knows about synergy?
She does, the whole time. What, you think she didn't notice? This is so stupid.
I don't know why he saved my life. Maybe in those last moments, he loved life more than he ever had before. Not just his life. Anybody's life. My life. All he'd wanted were the same answers the rest of us want. Where did I come from?
Vietnam.
Where am I going?
Ping pong on the back of a flatbed truck.
Absolutely.
How long have I got?
2 years. Tragedy.
All I could do was sit there and watch him die.
Are you gonna do Tears in the Rain as Bunny?
Do I have that here?
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
I see things you people wouldn't believe. Attacks on ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the darkness at Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Time to die.
Oh, the Countess.
Oh god, it was beautiful. Who the hell was Gaff? Ashley.
Rio? Oh, Ashley was Gaff. Oh, right.
Ashley had been there and let her live. 4 years, he figured. He was wrong. Tyrell had told me Rachel was special. No termination date. I didn't know how long we had together.
Fuck that.
Who does?
Fuck that shit. Fuck that stupid ending.
And by Rachel, I meant Synergy.
Fuck that dumb garbage.
Man, Blade Runner's a wild movie, isn't it? I'm sure some of that is usable.